Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Let Me Learn Ya, and today's episode is part of my Nutrition 101 series where I am teaching you the basics of nutrition in little bite-sized pieces. If I asked you, who are the experts of law? Judges, lawyers, who are the experts at pathology and diagnosing and treating disease? Doctors. But who are the experts in nutrition? Is it the nutritionists? Is it the doctors? Is it the influencers? Is it fitness instructors? Is it bodybuilders? Is it Dr. Oz? If you're confused and going, I thought I knew, but now I'm not so sure, that confusion will end today. You will learn who the experts are and why. You will learn about who the experts are not and why they should STFU. And lastly, where to find the experts so that you can access them in the comfort of your own home, so that you can stop being so forking confused about who to listen to and who to trust and what to eat and what to do, and stop blaming people like me for all the crap you've heard from the non-experts. So actually, this is kind of a selfish video. Who are the experts in nutrition? The registered dietitians. Yeah. So in the United States, dietitians are food and nutrition experts who meet the following criteria, defined by the Commission on Dietetic Registration. Dietitians study a variety of subjects during their coursework, from food and nutrition sciences to food systems to counseling and even psychology and how to motivate individuals, culinary arts, sociology, and lastly, all things science. I cannot tell you how many people were confused by me studying biochemistry, chemistry 1 and 2, organic chemistry, biology, genetics, anatomy, physiology. These are all classes that dietitians are required to take. So basically summed up, we gotta go through all the schooling, then we get to do a super awesome, fun, unpaid internship that most likely we won't even get accepted to. And then on top of all that, we have to pay to maintain our credential, and we have to keep up to date on the latest and greatest research to maintain that credential. And as of 2024, it will also be required that registered dietitians have their master's degree as well. So what is all of that? A crap ton of education, as well as supervised practice experiences. A nutritionist is basically anyone who studies nutrition. Registered dietitians can also be called now registered dietitian nutritionists. So we're just making things even more confusing, right? But if you see someone call themselves a nutritionist and that's it, there is no registered dietitian in front of it, they are just a nutritionist. Anyone can call themselves a nutritionist by law. You could quit your career and start your little influencer thing on Instagram and say you're a nutritionist and that you're there to help people, and there are no repercussions for that. My friends, go have fun. People cannot call themselves a registered dietitian unless they have gone through all of the things that I had mentioned. Some states, however, do regulate what a nutritionist means, but they are few and far between. It differs depending on the state how they define what nutritionist means, the type of coursework that you have to do. And even if that title is protected in that state, they have not gone through the same education, training, testing, all of that registered dietitians have. Okay, so we've established that nutritionists are not the experts in general in nutrition. They could just be any person who studied nutrition or enjoys nutrition. But who else aren't the experts? Medical doctors, psychiatrists, journalists, scientists, researchers, fitness bros, bodybuilders, health coaches, exercise professors, or your Aunt Sally, your best friend Steve. None of these people are experts in nutrition. And the one that you may be the most confused about is doctors, because we look to doctors for all things health. Right? If you look at the majority of fad diets that are in the store, you will see they have all been written by doctors. Doctors in general will receive one basic nutrition class, and some will not get any at all. Some will get more than that, but the average is one stinking class. When I was getting my master's degree, I was actually a graduate assistant for the class that is taught to the doctors and the nurses and all that, the basic nutrition class. And let me tell you what, the fact that there are medical professionals thinking they can give nutrition advice and recommendations after having that class, it scares me because it is so basic. I cannot tell you how many clients I have that tell me horror stories of what their doctors told them to do. Go on a carnivore diet, go on 1,100 calories with a thyroid disorder. If any of you take one thing from this video, it is that most doctors are not formally trained in nutrition and should not be giving you any freaking recommendations. That's the end of my rant. There will be doctors who decide to get further education in nutrition. I'm not talking about those doctors, okay? I'm talking about the ones who either received no nutritional courses or one basic nutritional course, which is the average doctor. So the next time your doctor decides to give you nutrition recommendations, ask them, where did they get their nutrition education from? And how much was it? How long was it? Exercise enthusiasts, fitness bros, trainers, all of these people can be very educated individuals in kinesiology and physical fitness and all of that, but not nutrition. Again, they may get a couple classes, but they are not experts. It is why I do not give any fitness advice on my channel. It's all about staying within your scope. And the big difference here that I will say is that a lot of fitness folk, what they have learned is how to lose weight. They do not know about food and various disease states, which registered dietitians are trained in. So you may be getting advice when you have a specific disease state that could exacerbate your symptoms, and they wouldn't know not to do that because they are not the experts, again, in nutrition. Most of the time, you aren't hearing what we have to say. You're hearing what non-nutrition experts have to say, because those are the ones that are chasing all the money with the books and the supplements and all that. So unless you are seeing a doctor, chiropractor, psychiatrist, fitness bra, bodybuilder, trainer, what have you, that has actually gone back to school and become a registered dietitian. That's a cat I'm fostering. His name is Stavros. He is the bravest little man. So if anybody's interested. So unless you are working with a psychiatrist, a doctor, a chiropractor, a fitness instructor who has also gone to school to become a registered dietitian, you are speaking with somebody who is not an expert in nutrition. Period. End of story. That's it. .gov. All of this to say, in the United States at least, the registered dietitians are the experts in nutrition because we are not limited to just weight loss or just specific disease states. We are trained in all of that. We know about everything and we have to stay on top of that. That's the other thing. A doctor may think he has a pretty good understanding of nutrition based on that basic class, but then they don't stay up to date on the latest research because they're not required to. So they're giving nutrition advice that's 20 years old. This is not to say that all dietitians are uber perfect and always right over everyone else. No. Some dietitians are freaking nuts. I'm not gonna lie, okay? But we're playing a numbers game here. You are way more likely to get solid evidence-based nutrition recommendations from a registered dietitian than from somebody who is not a registered dietitian. As I said in my red flags video, I will always choose to listen to the experts first, but even though I'm listening to the experts, I am just as critical of them as I am of anyone else. So there you have it. Now you know who the experts are. There will be links in the description below to a bunch of registered dietitians that have varying specialties in case you want to follow them on social media. They always share a bunch of helpful information so that you guys can access them from your couch. Lastly, I'm going to leave a link to a resource from the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics where you can enter your zip code and find a dietitian in your area. You can filter by whether or not they do telehealth, which is great, so you don't have to leave your house. You can also filter them by specialty. There you go. Boom, biggity bam. Awesome. I'm done talking. I hope you all have a wonderful week. I hope you're enjoying the Nutrition 101 series. Next video, we're going to start getting into the nutrients. So stay tuned, follow the playlist if you're interested in learning about nutrition. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful week and I will see you in the next video. Bye.